How to find our purpose. We're going to explore much of ourselves on a much deeper level so that we can find our purpose in life. When we have some meaning for our existence, we become more fulfilled. We feel worthy of the life that we were given. Then things just start to fall in place and make total sense. Now, to feel worthy brings about confidence and determination to live up to even more of what you start to realize as your true potential. Things become very clear once you've laid down the groundwork, and finding the core values is how you start and become mostly aligned with who you are. Now, we've gotten off the beaten path and have lost sight of who we really are. It's hard to find our purpose when we're so distracted by all the things going on in our lives today. There are specific questions that you have to ask yourself in order to find your purpose, and they all start with why. The why behind the why will always reveal the answer you're seeking. For example, you're jealous of your ex. Now, ask yourself why, and then keep asking why until you've gotten to the real reason behind it. Now, you have to be completely honest with yourself when doing this. It's essential that you're being honest with yourself to find the truth. Once you've found the truth, if you don't like the why behind the why, then change it. Understand that you can choose to believe something else, and then that will create a different feeling. In the end, you'll be a better person for doing so, and the jealousy will disappear. If you do this in every aspect of your life, you will start to become a better person. This will reduce your anxiety and your stress. You'll have less unknowns to worry about, and more confidence in yourself. Now, you're probably asking, what does all this have to do with my purpose and finding it? Just cool your jets, hot rod. I'm getting to that. You see, when we've explored and corrected all the things that we don't like about ourselves, it becomes easier to accept who we are. Because in our hearts and at our core, we know that we are good, and we're willing to become more. Finding our purpose isn't about feeling good, it's about living the right way, which is guided by the principles of the universe. More on that in a different section. Now, your core values. It's important to discover your core values because it helps you to discover who you are and who you want to become. That's exactly how you stumble upon your purpose. Getting to know yourself on a fundamental level eliminates worries, fears, and fears of the unknown. And you become more sure of yourself and your abilities. Then you start to live up to that true potential that we discussed before and become more certain of your own decisions. Your core values are based on who you are at your core, deep down. Things are not easy, but they can become easy. First, you need to understand and accept yourself on a much deeper level than you do now. Start asking yourself deeper questions that you've been lying to yourself about. Yes, most of us do lie to ourselves so that we feel better about who we think we are and who the world expects us to be. But it would be wise of you to be brutally honest with yourself. No one will judge you harder than you. There's no one around to judge you now except for yourself. But being honest with yourself opens a new door, and it opens a door to your wants and desires. It allows you to open up and figure out the root cause of your problems, reasons, and excuses, and then allows you to get to know yourself on a more fundamental level. This is just the first step in finding one's purpose. There is much more to it, and many more steps to finding one's purpose. You can find the rest of these steps in my Fundamental Shift course. Let this be the doorway into the change you've been looking for. The shift is necessary in order to grow as an individual and essential in finding your purpose.